Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. Hope my video finds you in the best of health. Today in this video we are going to do the match preview ahead of the Real Madrid vs Valladolid encounter. We will discuss about the players returning, we will also discuss about Toni Kroos and what plan Real Madrid may be hatching for Luka Jovic. And lastly we will predict the potential lineup and outcome of the match, so we have a lot on our plate and let's get started. First, I would like to start with some bad news, but don't worry, there is plenty good news to follow. It's about Toni Kroos. As we know, Toni Kroos was taken off in the 45th minute against Betis. He was feeling some discomfort, and as a result, Luka Modric was subbed in. Real Madrid have conducted various tests to understand the nature of the injury, and Toni Kroos has been diagnosed with a muscular injury to the left gluteus medius. And I know many out there who are wondering what gluteus medius is, but don't you worry, have a look at this picture here. And there you go, enhancing your biology knowledge along with football. But coming back to Kroos, Real Madrid will be assessing the progress, and it is expected that Kroos will miss out around 2 weeks with this injury. So that is some good news that it is not anything major. Effectively, we will see him missing the next 2 matches against Valladolid and Levante, and then the international break will come along, which will give Kroos an opportunity to be completely fit before the return of club football. We should not be particularly worried about this, because one thing that we do know is that we have a plethora of talented players in the midfield this season, and I think we shall be fine without Kroos for the next 2 matches, considering the quality of the opposition that we will be going up against. Now moving on to some great news, we have got major boost on the injury front. Real Madrid have released the matchday squad for the Valladolid game and focus on these 3 names. Marcelo returns, Marco Asensio returns, and a mega signing from last season, Mr. Eden Hazard, returns as well. It's great that finally these players are back. Marcelo was pulled out of the squad in the previous match due to back injury, but he seems to have recovered, and certainly our attack will look much more threatening with the inclusion of Asensio and Hazard, as our attack does look a bit blunt at times. I don't think any of these players are going to start in the match tomorrow. We most probably will see them return to action in the second half, and hopefully they can make some significant contribution, although I would be hoping we play the first half well and the situation doesn't come to the extent where we have to ask our recently recovered players to come on and make a difference. Slowly and steadily we shall ease them, integrate them into the starting lineup. Now coming to one player who was there in the starting lineup, that too on popular demand, it's Luka Jovic. Reports have emerged that Real Madrid are considering the possibility of loaning Luka Jovic to Serie A, with AC Milan, Inter Milan and Roma being the most likely destinations. My fellow Madridistas, I must say I am actually a bit confused about this move. There were a few reports in the past week suggesting that Mayoral was the one who was going to move to Serie A. Roma and Real Madrid had entered negotiations, and now we have a complete twist in the tale. It's Jovic who may be the one ending up at Roma. It is now being suggested that Mayoral will be the backup for Benzema for this season. To tell you the truth, I am a bit on the fence when it comes to the situation. Some questions arise that has this decision been taken after the performance Jovic had against Betis? Would it be fair to judge Jovic, who was playing his first competitive match after a very long time? Yes, I understand it was not the greatest performance, but come on, no one really thought that Jovic will be firing on all cylinders, especially after such a long layoff. We were merely hoping and wishing that somehow Benzema and Jovic develop some chemistry on the pitch, and we were wishing that Jovic somehow gets a goal. But hope, my fellow Madridistas, can be very dangerous at times. But keeping my philosophy aside, I'm a bit surprised because just before the season began, we had heard that Zidane and Real Madrid were counting on Jovic this season, and that Zidane was really happy with the effort that Jovic was putting in pre-season training. So this recent development does confuse me a bit, but here another question arises. What if, God forbid, something happens to Benzema in the course of the season? Who will fill in for him as the target man up front? Have we seen enough of Mayoral in a Real Madrid shirt to declare that yes, he has the potential to fill in if Benzema is out injured? We also have to consider that Mayoral contract runs out in the summer of 2021. Shall we consider selling him while we can make some money, because next summer Real Madrid are not going to get a penny for him? He may as well walk out for free. So there are a lot of questions regarding this Jovic Mayoral situation, and I am not quite sure about it. If Jovic is gone, will we have someone coming in for him in this situation of financial turbulence? I don't think so. But do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you prefer to keep Mayoral over Jovic considering that his contract is set to expire in the June of 2021? Let me know your feelings about this Jovic Mayoral situation. Moving on, let's go on and do the match predictions. Firstly, coming to the lineup, I predict we will see the same backline. In the midfield, we may see the trio of Modric, Casemiro and Valverde. Modric slotted in for Cruz in the previous match, so I will expect him to continue. We may see him get subbed in the second half, as we do see that Modric tends to fade away a bit towards the latter stages of the game. But certainly, I would like to see Valverde playing tomorrow. He had a man of the match performance in the previous match, and it would be only fair to hand him another start. He deserves it, and it would be wrong to relegate him to the bench after such a good performance. He was everywhere in the previous match, involved in goals, making those ball recoveries and helping out defensively, so I would expect him to start. And in the attack, I would predict Benzema, of course, along with Vinicius and Rodrigo on the wings. So that will be my lineup. And now coming to the match predictions, this will be Real Madrid's first match at home for the season. Real have not been squashbuckling, but our opponents have been very poor, with 2 draws and 1 loss in the first 3 games. Hence, I predict Real Madrid 3, Valladolid 0. I hope Real Madrid can improve on their previous performance and show us some good football on our home turf. So that is all we have here. Let me know your predictions, your thoughts about Cruz. Shall we start Hazard tomorrow? A lot has been discussed in this video, and now I want to know what you think. Write in the comments. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I will see you soon for the post-match analysis of the 3rd match of the season. Till then, take care, and as always, Hala Madrid. Yeah.